And this is what I got. You may not start a podcast. You don't know anything.
They said that to you?
6 months at EXP, and Mike Sherrard's texting me saying, hey, can you lead this call? Hey, can you come on I just whacked my mic. I was so frustrated.
Super fired up to have my buddy John on here, all the way from, I'm in Canada, New Brunswick, Canada. My buddy John, we met officially in Nashville at the Atlas Alliance Summit, and we're both in the Wolfpack together. And he's down in Pennsylvania, and I'm super happy to have you on today. And just want to talk to you guys about how powerful our group is globally, and we're literally like family and brothers, sisters from all over the world. It's absolutely incredible, eh, John?
Yeah, man, absolutely. There's that A from Canada, right? And I think, so here's one of the coolest parts, Evan, is like, we did not meet in person, you're right, until that Alliance Summit. What was that, early September? But we felt like we knew each other. We felt like family. We felt like brothers because you're on the leaders call. We know each other from the calls. And so I even think one of the cool parts is like when we get people over to the Wolfpack, when they get plugged in, is you kind of start to get noticed and recognized. And the opportunities that present themselves from that is wild, man. I remember and I've said this on the calls, so you know this, but like, man, when you show up for stuff, I remember being on the calls and literally, I mean, you kind of, some calls have 100, 200 people on them. And so you're like, well, nobody really notices me. And then I realized that's not true. Like I've gotten leadership opportunities, chance to lead calls. And then at Atlas was a big thing for me because there were probably 20 people that walked up and they're like, oh, you're John Schuckerman. Like you're on the calls. And I'm like, and I kind of felt bad. I'm like, who are you? Like, but then it was like,
that's incredible.
This entire Wolfpack fam. And I think one of the cool parts is when we lead a call, when I get an opportunity to lead a call about organic social media or whatever it is and serve agents, it helps then. It also like I get recognized. So I'm the guy, right, in Lancaster, PA for people's referrals. Man, you see, look, I could go all day about how exciting EXP in the Wolfpack.
No, it's all good. I love it.
I think my first 5 deals over at EXP were referrals from within the Wolfpack. Because
when so crazy,
you leave brokerages. I just like kind of closed out a lot of my buyers and sellers because it was kind of like I had a little bit of a slow patch. No, I didn't, because once I got here, it was like, and that's the thing. If you're at a brokerage where you're like, oh, but I'm at 100% or this, like, why would I pay a $16,000 cap? What I would ask you is, do you want to be driving the train or trying to catch the caboose? Okay. And you might be like, what the heck are you talking about, John? And I'll tell you, when I came over to the EXP and the Wolfpack, there's probably less than 5 agents in my county at EXP. When I came over, I brought over the biggest team here in Amish country in Lancaster County, PA. I brought over the biggest team. And Jeremy Kane's my sponsor, did an amazing job bringing me over and guiding me. But here's the deal. I said to my wife, we were people of faith, so we prayed about it, thought about it, like went through a lot of things. And I said, okay, John, do you want to be catching the caboose or driving the train? And I said to myself, I want to drive the train. And if I drive this EXP Wolfpack train and it goes off a cliff, I can go back to another, that brokerage or another brokerage anytime. But what's happened since and the opportunities, like, it's blown up, man. It's changed my life, changed my business, changed my family. It's been really cool. I'll shut up now, but you guys can hear how excited I am about it and how.
No, man, I love that. Like, keep going, because we talk about that over here and where I'm at a lot, and people don't realize how powerful it is. And that's why I really wanted to get you on today, because I think some people, like, it's not just a local thing. Like, it's so powerful. When we go to these, you just said it earlier, John, when we go to these conferences, it's like when we see each other, it's like, hey, shit, what's up, dude? Like, super happy to see each other. We've never met in person, but we feel like we know each other, and we're all there to see each other thrive.
Yep.
But you said it, man. Once you come over here, if you plug yourself in right to the calls and the coaching and the Social Agent Academy and everything like that, everything just starts flowing together, because we're around such incredible people that want to see not only you do good in your business, but do good in your life, your marriage, be a good father, mother. There's so much to it. And it just changed my life too, man. So I love that. Like,
So here's what I'll say too, Evan, and maybe so people listening to this, if you join under Evan, how much do you pay him? And you're probably thinking hundreds or thousands or whatever dollars. Evan, show me on your hand how much do they pay you when they join you at the Wolfpack? That's a big zero, guys. So I had an event, an in-person event. Connor Steinberg, who started the Wolfpack with Mike Sherrard, has over 3,000 agents. He came to Lancaster County last month, did some events, paid for the events. So he flew here, stayed here, all of this on his dime. And Evan, I haven't.
Oh, he paid for it.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
So that's the thing, man. He's doing this because, and so it's funny. I had an event, 25 agents came. They loved it. And one of them was from my old brokerage. And he's like, oh, that mumbo jumbo, like mindset stuff, blah, 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 that Connor talked about. And he goes, and here's the thing. He goes, well, you pay Connor anyway. What do you pay Connor every year? And I'm like, bro, so I just let him think on it for a second. He goes, well, how many thousands do you pay him? And I'm like, I won't say his name. We'll say his name was Mark, but it wasn't. I said, Mark, I don't pay him anything. Like, yes, he benefits when I sell houses because of the revenue share organization. I don't pay him anything. And I even said to this guy criticizing Connor, I'm like, in fact, he paid for you to be here today. He came here for free. He flew here for free. Like he met an agent one-on-one that just joined my downline at Buffalo Wild Wings, bought us dinner. Who does that? But that's the incredible stuff, right? And they're doing well, having success. So they get to pour into us. Any of you listening to this, right, you probably know Evan, maybe not, right? You probably know Mike Sherrard. Mike Sherrard has 100,000 followers on YouTube. Does not have time, right? He can't sit down one-on-one with a lot of people anymore, but guess what? Every Tuesday night, we get to talk to him. We're on the leaders call, and every Tuesday night, we get to talk to him. Mm-hmm. We get to connect with him. We've had collaboration opportunities. I've been on his YouTube channel, I don't pay for any of this. So it's wild, man. Absolutely changed my life. And I will say, some of you are like, oh, EXP, blah, blah, blah. You're just recruiters. No, bullshit. We're not. We actually want to serve and connect with you and help you. And you don't pay us a thing. You don't pay Evan a thing. You get access to his stuff. I have people within my downline. And so, guys, just so you know, like my whole business came from organic social media, 6-figure business within a year, all through organic social media. At my old brokerage, I had to be everything, right? I'm teaching, I'm training. If you want to learn cold calling or whatever, I had to figure it out and teach it because no one else would. At other brokerages, like they hide the secrets or they only want to share the secrets with the people doing 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million a year in sales. At the Wolfpack, it's not like that. So I have someone on my downline and she's like, hey, I want to learn door knocking. And I'm like, okay, well, I've never door knocked in my life. So I can't teach her, but here's what I get to say. I get to ask in the lead, Evan, you're the way you're smiling is like, hey, who in the Wolfpack is good at like door knocking? Boom, this person. Okay. Hey, Vanessa, go connect with this person, right? And that's Evan knows I'm good at organic social media. If someone, even if it's a different downline, says, hey, John, someone's looking for help on social media, I'm like, yeah, let's jump on a 30-minute phone call. I'm happy to help because, that's why Connor and Mike created the Wolfpack, right? Wolfpack, you run together, you win together. Well, that's why we're here.
That's why we're here, man. It's lonely. It's a lonely business.
I know if I help someone with social media, even on someone else's downline, by the way, when you join Evan, just book a call with me. It'll be free. I don't care. I also know that if one of my agents needs something, Evan's going to be like, hey, yeah, I've done that. I can help them. And that's 100%. Where serving, loving them, and caring about each other. I'm telling you, I was a doubter for forever, Evan. I was. And now I've been here 15 months. It has changed my life. My only regret is why didn't I just do this 4 years ago?
Man, we all say that, dude. Every single one of us. But it's funny, though. We talk about all the good. I really don't think if I came to EXP in another group, I don't think I'd still be here. It's not just EXP. It's the Wolfpack. Like I said to Brandon there, my buddy, I said I'm not sure if I'd still be here. That's how powerful this group is. It's changed my life too, man. Like I quit a 6-figure job that I wanted to. If I was still at my old brokerage, I'd probably still be working full time. Guaranteed.
And I think it's this. So just so you guys all know, as you listen to this is not a criticism of EXP. It's that they are growing so fast. It's like when I have people join my organization, I say to them, please reach out with any questions, right? I have 15, 20 agents, whatever it is. You know, I try my best to reach out to them. But if I reach out, like imagine Evan's not on my downline or vice versa, right? I reach out, Evan, how are you? I'm good, I'm fine. Okay, a week later, Evan, how are you? I'm good, I'm fine. Well, eventually I'm just going to leave him alone because he always says the same thing, I'm good, I'm fine. So I encourage my agents and I say, call me, text me anytime with anything. And here's the opportunities that present themselves, right? You know, the opportunities that present themselves are, you know, you can learn and grow. So today at 4 p.m., I'm here in PA. Someone I just brought to EXP on my downline, they've already been working with the lender to record some videos. They're going to a showing today with me for an investor. Well, that wouldn't be an option anywhere else, but I want my agents to have success.
That's right.
From the very top down, Connor Steinbrook, Mike Sherrard, we are on calls with them every week. Those guys do not need to, they are not worried about how to pay their mortgage next month. They're not.
They don't need to do this.
They don't need to do this. They don't need to show up. But what I want you all to understand as you maybe think about EXP or whatever, joining Evan, is they don't need to do that at all. But it's a great reminder. So when me and Evan, and it's going to happen, both have 6-figure revenues from RevShare, and it's coming, because I've seen Jeremy Kane do it and all these people, right? When it happens, then we get to be reminded, okay, the money's there. We've been at EXP 2-3 years. We got that 6-figure RevShare because you bring over enough agents, right? I want to serve and love and care about my agents the way Mike and Connor serve and care about and love us.
100%, man. I take that to heart too, dude, because it's so important. Honestly, man, a lot of new agents coming into the business, like they're set up to fail, dude. They don't get the support, they don't get the training and anything. And Connor said it on one of our calls a few weeks ago, John. He's like, look, don't be afraid to reach up, guys. It's tough for us once you get to a certain point to reach down, but we're always here for you. Anything you need at all. And this is coming from a multi-millionaire that literally I could text him right now and he'd be on the call with me tomorrow.
Yep.
100%. Actually, man, Mike, I
texted him yesterday and he responded within 5 minutes.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Mike, we had a team of 4 coming over tomorrow, and man, Mike got right on a call with them. Yep, I want to bring you all on my YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. Like, he doesn't have to do any of that. Freaking,
yeah.
It's incredible. We could literally sit here, John, and talk about it all day. And it's not fluff. There's no fluff here at all. It's all real, man. The training, the people.
What I want to add real quick, if we can, Evan, is not only that, but the opportunities that Mike and Connor have because they've built such huge organizations. So, for instance, I'm going to tell you guys a couple things. So everyone out there, if you're a realtor, you know about the NAR settlement that happened in August a few months ago, right? Everybody was stressed. Every single person was stressed. Everyone in the business. I was like, what am I going to do? What do I teach my agents? Holly Mayberry, who's a very high up with EXP, and Leo Preya, our CEO, got on a YouTube video live, went viral. Like everyone in the industry, not just EXP, watched them. They were very calm. They're like, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to do. We were on a leaders call. I don't know if Evan was on that one or not. We were on a leaders call. And these are the opportunities. Think about the connections you can make. We were on the leaders call, okay? And I said to, and so we were kind of talking about like who we could have on the call to talk about the settlement. And Mike's like, oh, well, why don't I ask Holly Mayberry? She was on that call with Leo Preya. And I kind of looked like, wait, what? Like,
are you serious?
I texted her and she said, sure, I'll come on Monday. So here's the cool part for me, not that like I'm trying. So I friended her on LinkedIn, on Facebook, sent her a workplace message. Hey, thank you so much for leading that call. This is a high-level executive within the company that I would have never known. But then after that, send a thank you, right? So now when I go to EXPCon at the end of October, I get to walk up to Holly and be like, hey, thanks so much for being on that call. So great to see you. You connect with people. Mike and Susan McLean, VP of Agent Success at EXP a few weeks ago. And we were like, what are we missing? Because we know EXP is so big, it's kind of like a mega church, grows so fast that like we don't even know all the stuff. And she talked to us about Fast Cap. It's basically a proven track record to make you successful to get X number of appointments, X number of listings, X number of buyers ready to buy if you follow their program and what they're teaching you. We didn't know about that. And guess what? Mike got her on a call. So what did I do after that? Connected on LinkedIn, connected on Facebook, sent a message to her that said, I appreciate you so much. Now when I see a post of hers, so I'm not saying Susan like knows John Shookman. Guess what? When I say, oh, how John Shookman, yeah. Well, these are the opportunities if you follow through. See, right? A lot of the people on those calls, they didn't message Susan. They didn't message Holly, right? Well, when you do that, they're going to recognize your name. I've been surprised how in a year and 5 months or whatever, I've been recognized by some of the top leaders at the company because I interact with them.
Man, it's crazy. So because of Mike and Connor, I don't know, Nadia at EXP. Yeah, man, one of the top corporate people in EXP. She's incredible. Dude, I met her in Vegas at EXPCon through Mike and Connor. Messaged her just like you did. Just wanted to say thank you so much for everything you're doing for the company. You're a true role model. It was an honor meeting you. I had a couple agents come over. I messaged her on workplace chat. Again, president of Growth of Canada. Within 7 minutes, I had a call booked with her and 2 or 3 other agents. The next day, she gets on there, helps me recruit them. Boom. Those agents came over. They're like, Evan, I just emailed my broker asking a question 4 days ago and haven't gotten a response. I'm like, but there's no support at EXP. So we hear that a lot. So it's complete BS. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because that's super incredible. She's an amazing person.
I want to know, and again, this will go out as a podcast and reels, so you can't actually raise your hand, but I would be so intrigued. I want you, as you think about this, to verbally, or you can raise your hand, whatever, we won't judge you. Who feels like they are not getting support at their brokerage? Who feels like they waste time? By the way, as John shares this is a real story. I used to be a part of a team. I led the social media, basically the training director for that team. We would have an office meeting every Monday. Do you know what happened at this meeting, Evan? We would all drive there about 30 minutes. My now team leader who came over with me, she would drive an hour and 10 minutes from Harrisburg to Lancaster, 7 months pregnant. You know where this is going, right? We would come to the office. Yep, we would come to the office. All right, so, and he would say, the guy who led the team, first of all, he would only have an agenda if I said to him, put it in a voice text, I'll transcribe it to text because he was too busy, blah, blah. Okay? All right, guys. Well, what are we seeing in the market? All right, guys. Well, who has vacations coming up?
Did you see the new listing?
All right. Did you see our new listings? There is someone that's in my membership group, and I won't say where they are, but they're in the western side of Pennsylvania. They literally have 4 hours every Monday where they go to the office and do this BS. And so
such a waste of time.
Such a waste of time. If I have a question right now, I can jump into the Pennsylvania broker room, talk to my 4 brokers, Michael, David, Rob, and our broker of record, Jennifer Botchway, and ask a question. Not only that, but when you get to know people, when you connect with people, someone said to Jennifer a few weeks ago, hey, I have a referral in Lancaster, PA, who's the best person? Remember, guys, the caboose or driving the train? She said the John Shookman and Madison Barrios group, they're the best, call John. Within 5 minutes, the guy called me, and he just said the Pennsylvania broker of record recommended me and my team in Lancaster.
So crazy. That's incredible, dude. I love it. All of this has happened because of where you're at, who you joined.
And guys, I'm a nobody. I just need you to know I've been here 15 months. I'm not anybody special.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you haters that say all we do is recruit, I have never sent a cold pitch, email, whatever. I got a call from, I'll say, I don't care. Hey, this is somebody at KW. I just wanted to know if anyone needs more listings or anything, if they're open to joining our team. I said, I'm good, but you can join me over here at EXP. He goes, well, I wasn't really trying to recruit you. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, have a nice day, man.
Yeah, see you, bud. Yeah.
And that's the thing, I'd never call people like that, but we get this bad rap as if we're like these recruiters and pitchers and everything else. It's the wild. I remember coming over and saying to Jeremy Kane, I'm not going to be a recruiter. I'm never going to recruit. I'm never going to recruit. And he said, John, you've had a podcast for agents for 5 years with 80,000 downloads or whatever it was at the time. You have a membership with 20, whatever it was, agents at the time. You will never have to recruit. The way you're already serving and helping agents, they are just going to follow you. And I'm like, that is so dumb. That's not true. A lot. Well, 20 agents later and $2,000 to $3,000 a month in rev share. Hey, KW people, let me know how that compares to your profit share. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 2,000 to 3,000 a month. That's it. It's changed my life.
Wow,
Changed my life.
Same, man. Every single month, dude. And it's so funny you say that. So we have a group that joined here in where I'm at, and they went. I remember we reached out to them and said, "Hey, you want to go for a coffee?" And they're like, Are you calling us to try to bring us DXP?" We're like, "Well, we want to talk about it a little bit." 3 days later, they joined with EXP under another group. And instead of having everything under one roof, now it's separate. Like, to me, they work at Remax or wherever, right? Like, it doesn't even matter. And now it's all an ego thing, right? And they think it's funny, but now they're regretting it. Yeah, man. Anyway, it's changed everything, and I'm so happy to get you on here today, dude. Like, I look at you, man. You're a good friend. I look up to you, and if you need anything ever at all, dude, even though I'm way over here in Canada, I got you, dude.
What we need, bro, is we need to bring the wonderful American sport of baseball. You need a few more teams up in Canada. Just the Blue Jays does not count.
No, I know, man.
They need Chick-fil-A in Canada. Why do you not have Chick-fil-A in Canada?
And we gotta all ask you though, John. What's your favorite cereal here?
Oh my gosh!
The people want to know what John Schuckerman's favorite cereal is.
All right, this better be okay. What I thought Evan was gonna roast me about was, John, how do you break a toilet seat at a hotel? Because he heard about that too.
Oh yeah. He cracked the toilet seat at one of the top nicest hotels in Nashville, bro.
What I need you to know is I can't. Okay, so guys, Evan is roasting me a little bit because they're all out. You know, some of the people, they go out, they get a little wild, and I was like, guys, I'm having one drink and going back to my room. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm like the dad of the group. Okay. So I go back to my room after one drink in Nashville, and someone, it might have been Evan or Brandon or whatever, like, they're like, so what did you do last night? And I'm like, I watched football and I ordered Uber Eats and got cereal. And they're like,
and lip chat or lipstick, whatever you guys call it.
Chapstick. It's like, you Uber Eats an order for cereal.
I couldn't believe.
Yes, bro. I got Cocoa. I don't even know Cocoa. No, Lucky Charms. Obviously, I love all cereals. Dude, okay, so what you need to know, Evan, is not only that, but a few weeks ago, we've got 2 kids, so we're kind of like, by the time the kids are in bed, we're like, ooh, we survived another day. So a few weeks ago, this is like 2 weeks ago, I said to my wife, like, I really want cereal. She's like, go get it. I'm like, nah, never mind. So you know where this is going. And so we're playing a game or watching football or baseball or whatever on the couch. And I'm like, all right, my cereal's here. She goes, did you just Uber Eats cereal? I'm like, yes. And then not only that, I got 2 boxes of cereal. Then the next day she said something and I said, well, it was only like $30. She goes, you did not spend $30 to Uber Eats cereal to our house. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, it would have taken me 20 minutes to go to the store. That's at least worth like $15, $20 to me. It was worth getting the cereal.
Man, why do you say that though? Not even about the cereal. Actually, Connor told me this. And I think, who is that? Dan, who's the guy who wrote the book, Buy Back Your Time? Dan Martell. He says this too. They order Uber Eats all the time. Some guys don't even keep food in their fridges because the time I cook, the time I do the dishes, the time I do this, the time I drive or whatever, even going to get it, that's like an hour of my time when I could literally get it, sit here and work and just have my food brought to me. So.
We are making a joke, but
it is true, but I thought it was funny. Everybody was at Nashville and John's back ordering chapstick or whatever. And
at least you said chapstick right this time. But
Lucky
here's
Charms.
But here's the thing. you didn't really bring it up to be like this. You made it as a joke, but it's literally like the same point with brokerages. You're all driving an hour to the office.
And that's why I brought it up.
Ask a question when you could be like, hey, I'm going to jump into EXP world. And I'll be honest, I went to EXP and I'm like, why is this like The Sims? This is weird. Who cares how it looks? Who cares that you think it's weird? The basic point is in 2 minutes. If I needed to, I could be speaking to a broker in EXP world and tell them I have a question about this 123 Main Street, and they would have an answer.
Yeah.
At my old brokerage,
back to work.
I don't think you exactly. I don't think you know this. At my old brokerage, the only time I ever spoke to my broker was when they were mad I was starting a podcast.
Dude, that's so crazy. When you're at a brick and mortar, you start to do something a little different. They can almost have a choke chain on you, and they start to. You're not allowed to do that. Whoa,
Evan, this is the difference.
It's crazy.
Evan, I had been there about, I was probably licensed a year. I had only done 3 or 4 deals. So early in my career, I wasn't doing a lot, like a lot of us. And this is what I got. You may not start a podcast. You don't know anything.
They said that to you?
6 months in EXP, and Mike Sherrard's texting me saying, hey, can you lead this call? Hey, can you come on I just whacked my mic. I was so frustrated. It's not even comparable. The only time I talk to the so here, go even to the broker thing. The only time I talked to the broker was when they were mad at starting a podcast. A year after being in EXP, the broker of record is saying, I'm the team in Lancaster to go to.
How's that? How would that make you feel?
What else is there to say? So I want you listening to this to think about this. How are you treated at your brokerage? Are you treated like you matter, or are you treated like, no, you couldn't start a podcast, you don't know anything?
Well, it's funny, man. Most brokerages, the brokers only look after, like, say there's only like top 3 or 4 people. This is true. Top 3 people, they only look after them. The rest is just like, whatever, we'll keep you around like 50, 60 grand, keep you happy, throw the odd lead. But as soon as something starts to change, you start to do more, the top guys get a little mad because they don't want to see that you do good. They don't want to see you pass it. And it's very true. And I say this about teams. I just did a little YouTube video on this. I think, look, teams are great for some people, but I love the fact that we're a team without having a team. We're bringing agents over. We just brought one over here, a brand new agent about 2 months ago. And helping him complete. The guy's already done 2 deals over $500,000 2 months into the business, helping him grow and taking nothing from him, right? Like, he's got the team without having the team. If you go to a team, most of the time, not all of them, there's some really good ones, but a lot of them, they don't want to see you do too good, because once you leave, you stop making them money and then they cut you off, right? So don't get in that trap. Like, make sure you brand your own name and come work with us, because we'll help you grow. Right, John?
Well, and I think at the end of the day, Evan, you're not fighting. Very few realtors are like this. I have a membership, but it's not just EXP. It's open to anyone. And people in that membership, when they first joined, because it's on Monday mornings, were like, they were surprised that I helped them. And I said, why? And they said, no realtor has ever helped me before. They keep the secrets to themselves. And that's where it's like, I've had a podcast for 5 years. I produce it for free. I pay, a few $100s a month to produce it. I don't ask for anything for it because I actually love and care about agents.
Mm-hmm.
And so
it's not fair to not share this. That's the thing. We're not trying to recruit. We're literally trying to help, because it's unfair not to share what we have.
And here's the deal. It would just be like, so for those, we didn't get into this much, but I'm big into the social media, the organic social media, and growing your business. And like all of you listening to this, you need to be on social media. And I'm going to say something that you're going to like tilt your head at and be like, wait, no, that's not right. You are being selfish when you're not posting about your business on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what you're thinking. You're like, no, I'm being selfish when I post it. I'm going to say it again. You are being selfish when you're not posting about your business. And I know your reservation, because it was me 2 years ago when my mentor, Vincent Puglisi, said, you're being selfish. And I'm like, no, I'm being selfish when I post. Look at my post today talking about a settlement, right? It was, and And it's all a place of humility. When I talk about the wolf pack, I don't act like I'm the like God's gift to the earth. I kind of talk about all the experts in the group, all the amazing people in the group. And when you come on social media from like a humble place, people really resonate with that and want that. And so I think too, I share about EXP and the wolf pack, and you do it. Like, I'm not going to like tell you you're an idiot if you stay somewhere else, but I hope that like you see my heart, that at the end of the day, I want to help you. I have so many people, Evan, that when they talk to me, they're like, well, I can't leave this great split or this 100% and I pay $1,000 a transaction. I'm thinking like, do you even know what you're paying or whatever? I left a 90-10 split. Okay. If I could leave with no cap, I mean, but that's the thing. I had no cap. So if I can leave a 90-10 split, you can leave whatever. I took a pay cut to come to EXP. 6 months in, capped. This year, 2.5 months in, I capped.
I would be here even if it was 70-30, to be honest with you. Like,
who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Because people that are producing that are going to do 2 point whatever million, they're going to cap at 16,000. So it does not matter. I don't care if they give me a 30% split, because that just means I cap in 10 minutes, right? Yeah. I don't care what it is. I pay you 16. Once I pay you 16, I keep the rest.
Yep. And the opportunity to get that $16K back, if you do 20 deals after you cap, you can get the whole entire $16,000 back for free in company stock. So you can actually make over 100% of your commission, plus retain ownership in every single deal you do. You get company stock, so you have an exit plan. At any other place, there's no exit plan for your future. So,
bro, I have $16,000 in stock now. I buy it at a 5% discount with 5% of my commission, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this stock is piling up. Like,
it does, man.
I was about to say I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be like a stock millionaire. But like it's literally wild.
It's so crazy.
They give you, you know, and many of you should and probably would buy into the stock. You get free stock. Dude, I'm going for Icon. I'm going to hit it because, and that's the thing. Some people have been like, well, it's just stock. Yes, and you own the company and they're giving it to you back for free if you hit Icon. You know, Icon status is 16,000. Once you hit that $16,000 cap, 20 deals after that. Like, so many of you listening to this would hit that, and you're like, oh yeah, it sounds too good to be true. It's true.
It's so true, man. There's no BS, and like the fees are cheap. Cheap's such a dirty word. I don't like that. Cost effective,
inexpensive. Yep.
Yeah. And fees are really inexpensive. It's just, man, we could talk like talking about the model itself is like a 45-minute chat. So if anybody wants to know that, you can reach out to me or John, or we'll attach some links in here with some EXP explain stuff. But seriously, from the heart, we changed both of our lives completely. Home every night. I don't plan on, like, I would like to be able to just refer things out to my agents eventually and not even produce and be able to help other people, right? So I think that's the whole goal for me, and my purpose is to help them.
Yep.
And
I want people, and I want people to understand what happens with the rev share. So when I came over, like, here's the thing. I remember coming over and asking Jeremy, like, well, how many agents do you have? Right? Like 60, 80, whatever it is. I said, how many agents and what's your rev share? And he said it ended up being like, I think he was saying at the time, like $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Guys, for some of you, that can change your life. For someone,
it's not hard to get.
No, I think I have about 20 agents, 15 to 20, and I did not recruit not one of them. They said, I'm leaving my brokerage. Can I join you? Or they said, I want to join your membership. And I'm like, hey, this is no pressure, right? You can pay for the membership or you get it free if you come over. If not, like, it was never a pitch. I actually have more people in my inbox that I'm like, oh, I need to respond to them about EXP because they asked, then I'm like reaching out. And it's so funny. I just did a deal with someone that closed yesterday, Evan. And I said, hey, can you give me a call? And he's like, is this about EXP? And I'm like, no, I'm not that guy, man. I'm just not. And it was actually a joke. I basically wanted to tell him, like, dude, my client lost their job 2 weeks ago and I didn't think this was going to close, but now we can like celebrate. And so I think like we all are, I think the Wolfpack's really trying to like do a great job. Like, I don't want people to think like, hey, this is John Chuckman with EXP and that it's a recruiting pitch, because it's not.
No.
I want people to know I like genuinely care. yeah, when you
But
see
it's hard for people. A lot of people locally just don't. I find they don't. It's hard for them to see that because they see you as a different person sometimes.
yeah,
And it's like Evan's trying to recruit, but like literally, like I tell people, it's not going to change my life by you coming here, but I can promise you it'll change yours, and I will help you change yours because the better you do and the bigger you do, the better I do. So it's an incentive to help each other grow. It's incredible.
Yeah. And there's this, right, we all know, and we won't go through the whole EXP explain, but a lot of people say all they do is recruit, their agents don't sell. If I bring an agent on and they don't sell any houses, I make $0. I am incentivized to help them find and be successful. It is not like, yes, I then will get EXP out of the commission you pay, will give part of their percentage to the agent.
Yes, the EXP's percentage. That's like very minimal.
Yeah.
Very minimal.
And so it's just, yeah, man, it's wild. It's changed my life. I look forward to a day, and it's coming, where like I'm only selling houses that I want to sell. Right.
Same.
And instead I get to deal with those, be home with those kids that I hear screaming upstairs more.
I hear you, man. That's where I'm at too. I got 2 kids as well. So
yeah. And man, the freedom that's going to come, I can't wait it'll be fun. We'll have to come back to this podcast a couple years from now and be like,
yes,
Evan, what are you doing today? Nothing, hanging out with Bryce. What are you doing today? Nothing, hanging out with Caden. We're just home.
I love
doing it, whatever we want, because we don't have to, because we just get to serve and love agents.
And didn't you not? Real quick?
Yeah.
Did you get your wife got to leave her job, or was that? Did you tell me that when we were away?
Yeah. So my wife is a stay-at-home mom now,
but she was working full time, correct?
She was, yeah. And real estate grew, so that kind of helped, her be able to leave. But now it's so funny because Warren Buffett has this great quote that says, if you have one source of income, you are one step away from poverty, or whatever he says, like broker.
Yeah.
And all of you believe it. You out there listening to this, you tell your clients to buy a house. And then you're renting your real estate business. Because if you leave whatever brokerage today, they are giving you nothing. If I die today, if I get hit by a bus on the way to my showing tonight, my wife, she actually already did the classes, so she wouldn't have to do the classes. My wife can get her real estate license. She would just have to pass the exam. I think she has to do it within 6 months or maybe a year. EXP will let her have my entire rev share, right? That few $1,000s a month that I'm getting now from my agents, and it's amazing how it's going to grow over the next few months and years. That money, all she has to do is have a license. It can even be referral. She can come over to EXP, pay $50 a month and put that license in referral and never sell a house, never anything, and she will get that rev share.
Your kids too?
Yeah, the kids too.
Generational.
It's generational. I want to share a story that maybe I don't know, and I won't say who said it because I think I'm allowed to share, but I was told that Glenn Sanford, there was someone, there was a guy who was in real estate at EXP, had grown a large downline, was very successful. He died, right? And the agents around him stacked agents under his agents to build up that rev share. I'm getting chills, man, thinking about it, so that it would take care of his wife and his kids. And Glenn Sanford made these decisions to that stock, that some of it's vested at all, right? Not vested right away, gave the wife everything when this happened. So I want you guys to think about, man, I'm about to cry thinking about it.
I never heard that story.
Yeah. So are you at a company that really wants the best for you and serves you? What would they do if you died? Nothing. Because there is no plan to take care of your spouse. They would they would buy a $5 thing of flowers and send it to your spouse. That's it. Mm-hmm. They would do nothing. And instead we have people like Glenn Sanford, Leo Pereira,
Glenn's the founder for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Glenn's the founder, and Leo stepped in the CEO role within the last couple of years. So Glenn, literally, it's all about generosity. It's all about giving, even, we won't get into it, but those of you who have looked at the model and are like, oh, now they changed it. So it's a minimum, it's a maximum, not a minimum, or whatever, however they shift it around. It's to be more transparent and more honest and put more money back in agents' pockets. And I'll say this. I know people at a local company and they talk about profit share, profit share, profit share.
Yeah.
And that company, and many of you know it, talks about their profit share. Evan, I think we talked about this in Nashville, right? They talk about their profit share. So I did some research. That company started profit share in 1993. They released last year, so let's just say we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that it was 2023, right? So 30 years, right? They did a stat last year, and they were so excited to say that they had given away $1 billion in profit share.
Since 93?
Since 93. Guys, in 2023, EXP gave $270 million in revenue share to its agents. We are not the same.
Not even close.
Not even close to the same.
Well, there's no...
So basically, if you average it out in 3 years in revenue share, EXP will give away what in 30 years that company gave away in profit share.
And that's what I was saying to a couple of agents here. I'm like, if you see a new conference room going in, or you see an office update, there
You're
goes
paying
your
for
profit
that.
share.
I hope you enjoyed that.
I love that. Love that, man. There's your profit share gone, right? Like if you see a new office reno or anything like that, gone. But yeah, man, that's incredible.
All right, well, that was wild. Sorry,
This was wicked, man. This was wicked. I don't think we could talk all day long. And John likes to talk, everybody.
I do like to talk.
You love
any Lucky Charms.
I love it, man. Well, look, I'm gonna we'll end this off here. Look, I'm gonna put your contact info in the description on this too.
Yeah.
This is my buddy John from Pennsylvania. I'm Evan Young, St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button.
And I'll say, Evan, if there's anyone, I don't care if you're coming to EXP, I don't care if you're joining my downline or Evan's, obviously we'll push you back to him. Like, if you need help with social media and growing your business organically, hit me up, find me on social media, shoot me a text, 610-568-4651. I'm sharing my real phone number. This is not
Love it.
a fake number.
No.
But I'm happy to help because I think social media can really revolutionize your business as well.
Absolutely. And we're all
Love
like
you,
that
bro.
here.
Appreciate
All right,
it,
man. Cheers, buddy. See ya.